Hello everyone and welcome back to Code Supply. In this video I'm going to be giving you an overview of Soul Sneakers. Let's begin with the functionality of the program. You have the minimize button, the full screen button and the X button. I'm going to hit this button for the overview. It goes into full screen. We're going to begin at the settings page. So at the top for settings we have our positive Discord webhook, our negative Discord webhook and our concurrent tasks. We can change this via a drop down if we wish. It goes from 1 to 15 and at the bottom we have the deactivate button if you wish to deactivate the bot. Moving to the profile section, which is this section over here, we have 0 profiles created at the moment. That's why it says 0. We have the import button, so if I hit this, a file directly goes ahead and pops up. We have an export button, so we can export profiles out of Soul Sneakers. We can click the new profile button to create a new profile and also clear profile button to go ahead and clear profiles as well. And then we have the profile editor if you wish to edit a profile once we've made one. So let's go ahead and create a profile here. It says new profile. We're going to hit this and obviously we have yet to create everything. So essentially once we've created it, we can go ahead and edit it here. So I'm going to call this video test and then we have the options here. So billing same as shipping. If I hit this, then obviously the billing section is not going to be the same as shipping. If I hit this, then obviously shipping and billing are going to be the same. So then we have shipping and payment to focus on. So for shipping we have first name, last name, address 1, address 2, city, zip, state and country. And then for payment we can use card or PayPal. It depends. For PayPal we'd put in our email and password, and then for card we can put name on card, card number, expiry, card type and CVV. And if you notice on the payment section over here, as I switch between card and PayPal, it switches the payment method as well. So as you guys can see, I've gone ahead and filled out some information here. I'm going to hit save to the profile and it goes ahead and saves the profile. So the profile name is video test, the ID is 1, the card name is John Doe, the payment is Visa and the address is 123 Test Road. Alternatively, I can hit this button to once again edit it in the profile editor. I can hit this button to go ahead and duplicate it, and to demonstrate the delete button I can go ahead and delete it like so. Now moving to the account section, I can go ahead and add accounts here. So as you guys can see, 0 accounts are loaded. I have the import and export button, so importing accounts into Soul Sneakers is available through the file directory and also exporting them as well. Then we have the ID, email and password. That is the formation they're going to show in. You can also hit the delete accounts button if you wish. And then for accounts import, we can go ahead and put accounts into the grid over here. So for example, if I were to do johndoe1 at gmail.com and call the password john123, hit import one account. As you guys can see, the ID is there, the email is there and the password is started out, and I can go ahead and hit the delete button if I wish. Then we have the proxy section. At the moment 0 proxies are loaded, that's why it's like that. Then once again we have the import and export button if you wish to use that. We have a test proxies button and delete proxies button. So once you go ahead and put proxies in here in formation, IP, port, username and password, they'll be separated into ID, proxy and status. So I'm going to go ahead and put my proxy in there. It's grayed out but you guys can clearly tell that there is a proxy there. I'm going to hit the import button. Now as you guys can see, the ID is there, the proxy is there and the status is not available because we have yet to test it. So we have 2 options. We can hit the test proxies button, which tests every single proxy in here, or we can hit this button to test it and this button to delete it. So I'm going to hit test. It says testing, give it a second here. Now as you guys can see, the speed is 8072 milliseconds and I can hit the delete button if I wish. Moving to the home tab, which is where all your tasks are, we have the start task button, the stop task button and also the delete task button in association with your tasks. And then your tasks are separated into ID, URL, info and status. Your task creator looks like this. You can put the URL in here, you can choose your size here, you have a bunch of options via scroll bar. You can choose your proxy. So as you guys can see, the proxy actually just pops up here, so I can go and hit it or I can hit random proxy. Then for this section you can go ahead and configure your profile, so I'm going to leave it as a video test because that is the one I created in this video. And then I can also check this and I set a time if I wish based on my local computer time. And one thing to mention, this box is for your accounts. So obviously if you hit this, all the accounts you're going ahead and added in the account section, you can go ahead and select it. So what I've gone ahead and done here is put in a random link that I can use for test purposes. So I'm going to create 1 task. As you guys can see at the bottom, the task has been created. Obviously if I go ahead, if this was actually a Nike sneakers link, then every time an account is entered, that would update, and also when my winners come through, that would update too. Then once we've created the task, the ID is 1, the URL is the one I configured it to, and the info is random size and test. So that is the info that's going to pop up. So obviously your size and also the profile that you go ahead and use. Then your status is idling. Then you have the start button and the delete button. So when I go ahead and hit the start button, a browser pops up and it will take me to the link like so. So that concludes the overview of Soul Sneakers at Code Supply.